What's up, everyone? One of the biggest reasons people put off installing a dash cam isn't the camera itself, it's everything that comes with it. Running cables across the windshield, tucking wires behind trim panels, finding a power source, and then ending up with something that still looks like it was added after the fact. That's exactly where OEM Style Dash Cams come in. Instead of hanging from your windshield, they're designed to blend right into your vehicle's interior like they came from the factory. Today we're checking out the FITCAMX 4K Dash Cam made specifically for the Honda Civic. We'll take a closer look at the design, see what comes in the box, go over the installation process, check out the recording quality, and find out whether this is actually one of the best OEM style dash cams you can get for your Civic. So let's get started. Right out of the box, the first thing that stands out isn't actually the camera itself. It's the housing. Unlike a traditional dash cam that's designed to stick onto your windshield, the FITCAMX comes fully integrated into a replacement plastic cover that's made specifically for the Honda Civic. Everything is already built into the housing, so instead of adding another device to your windshield, you're replacing the factory trim around the rearview mirror. The housing comes in both US and Japanese variants. So if someone had their Civic imported from Japan, they can get the right-hand drive version of the dash cam. And honestly, that's what gives this camera such a clean first impression. The texture matches the factory interior really well, the color blends in nicely, and nothing about it immediately screams aftermarket. If someone got into the car without knowing it was there, there's a good chance they wouldn't even realize the vehicle had a dash cam installed. Looking a little closer, everything is laid out pretty cleanly. Right here in the middle, we've got two physical buttons. One powers the camera on and off, while the other lets you manually capture photos or lock important recordings. Right beside those buttons, you'll also find the built-in microphone, a small status LED, and the reset button, all neatly integrated into the housing. Over on the side, there's the micro SD card slot. FITCAMX already includes a 64GB card in the box, but if you need more storage, it also supports cards up to 256GB, giving you plenty of room before loop recording starts overwriting older clips. Overall, the design feels solid, well put together, and most importantly, it actually looks like it belongs in the car. Besides the camera itself, FITCAMX also includes just about everything you need to get started. Inside the box, you'll find the custom power cable for the installation, a heavy-duty trim removal tool, the user manual, and a 64GB micro SD card that's already ready to go right out of the box. One accessory we especially like is the included dual-sided card reader. One side features a USB Type-A connector, while the other uses USB Type-C, making it easy to transfer footage to either a computer or directly to a smartphone without hunting down extra adapters. Depending on which version you purchase, FITCAMX also offers a dual channel option that adds a rear camera. Ours is the standard front camera version, but it's nice to know there's an upgrade path available if you eventually want front and rear coverage. One of the biggest advantages of the FITCAMX is how straightforward the installation process is. Instead of routing cables across the windshield or tapping into your fuse box, everything starts by removing the factory trim around the rearview mirror. Once that's off, you simply disconnect the factory connector, plug in the included Y cable, reconnect everything, and then snap the new FITCAMX housing into place. That's really all there is to it. Because the camera draws power directly from the factory connector, there are no visible power cables, no dangling wires, and no need for a separate cigarette lighter adapter. Once everything is installed, the whole setup looks remarkably clean, almost like it was installed by Honda from the factory. And that's honestly one of the biggest reasons people choose an OEM style dash cam like this over a traditional one. Of course, a clean installation doesn't mean much if the footage isn't any good. Fortunately, recording quality isn't really a concern here. The front camera records in true 4K resolution, and daytime footage looks exactly like we'd expect from a camera in this class. Road signs remain easy to read, license plates stay reasonably clear under normal driving conditions, and overall image detail looks nice and sharp. The camera also supports wide dynamic range, which helps balance exposure when driving through areas with bright sunlight and deep shadows. It isn't perfect in every lighting situation, but it does a good job of preventing highlights from blowing out while keeping darker areas visible. Nighttime performance is solid as well. Thanks to its f1.6 aperture lens, the camera is able to pull in more light, helping improve visibility when driving after dark. Since the camera doesn't include a built-in display, everything is handled through the FITCAMX smartphone app. Once connected over the camera's built-in Wi-Fi, you can view live footage, download recordings, adjust camera settings, manage loop recording, change G-sensor sensitivity, and browse saved clips directly from your phone. The interface is clean, straightforward, and easy to navigate. After the initial setup, using the app quickly becomes second nature. One thing we really appreciate is how hands-off the entire system feels. Once it's installed, there's really nothing you need to remember. Start the car and the camera automatically begins recording. Turn the car off and it shuts down on its own. Because everything is integrated into the factory-style housing, you don't have a screen glowing on your windshield or cables hanging across your dashboard. It simply sits there in the background doing exactly what a dash cam is supposed to do without constantly reminding you it's there. After spending some time with the FITCAMX, there are a few things that really stand out. The factory-style design is easily the biggest highlight. It blends into the Civic's interior incredibly well and keeps the windshield looking clean. Installation is much simpler than a traditional dash cam thanks to the included Y cable and OEM housing. The included 64GB memory card means you can start recording right away without buying extra accessories. And finally, the smartphone app makes it easy to access footage and adjust settings without needing a built-in screen. Of course, no product is perfect. While the wide dynamic range does a good job in most situations, we'd still like to see even stronger HDR performance during extremely challenging lighting conditions. The included windshield phone mount also holds onto the glass well, but the flexible gooseneck could definitely be a little stiffer, especially for rougher roads. Neither of these are deal breakers, but they're worth mentioning. At the end of the day, the biggest reason we'd recommend the FITCAMX isn't just because it records in 4K. There are plenty of 4K dash cams on the market today. What really sets this one apart is how well it integrates into the vehicle. From the factory-style housing to the clean installation and simple app experience, everything feels thoughtfully designed to blend into the car rather than stand out. So if you own a Honda Civic and you've been looking for a dash cam that keeps your interior looking clean, while still giving you sharp 4K recording, automatic operation, and an easy installation process, the FITCAMX is definitely one worth considering. But that's just what we think. Let us know down in the comments. Would you rather have an OEM style dash cam like this, or do you still prefer a traditional windshield mounted model? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more automotive tech reviews, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.